so small. This is a useful quality.
Hearts lost
Welcome
and
to
lost.
Twilight Gap, the place where humanity
Oh no,
nearly
is this
died.
map? I don't play Crucible a lot.
There are no Crucible matches scheduled for the Gap today.
Osiris, how did you know we were here?
I saw the Guardian arrive.
You're spying on her?
I watch all Guardians of stature.
The battle against the Fallen that took place here, it made Titans famous. Not in a good way.
You say that like the warlocks and hunters sat on their hands.
Get off this line, Osiris. I'm showing the Guardians something very important.
Make me.
You would not survive that.
Aww,
You made me laugh.
they're so friendly.
Stay. The fabled yellow horns of legend were constructed from the armor of guardians who died here. Final deaths, all of them.
What happened here wasn't your fault. Or mine.
We would have lost if not for Shax's last stand. With Cayde and Abdi and
Oh,
Truth,
Shax.
Li Feng, Anna, they all believed in him.
He's more stubborn than you.
I have never known him to give up, ever. He's taught me a lot. Guardian, whether you wanted it or not, you've become the best of us. Or close to it. Without you, there would be no Saint 14.
And did you really have to wander around this entire map looking for these androids
Saint,
with no marker?
your ego knows no bounds.
And you have a fat head, Warlock.
What's all this? Guardian, there are no sanctioned matches at Twilight Gap
Oh,
right
Shax
now.
is here too now.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Osiris,
Warlord Shax, as I live and breathe.
Saint 14? I thought you were dead.
Brother, I have always hated you.
Oh, they get along so good.
They'll be at this for a while, Guardian. Feel free to move about the universe. I'm sure you have better things to do than listen to this.
Shax, the Crucible. What have you done with it?
It's not the crucible by which you and I were forged. Took years. But Twilight Gap changed everything. After that day out there, the crucible went from a place where we settled our differences to a place where we bettered ourselves.
I heard you give out some amazing weapons to your fighters.
Those weapons are earned with blood, sweat, and tears.
Are you sure your fighters are bettering themselves or chasing hardware?
Listen, even Guardians need to get paid once in a while.
When you put it that way, you sound like that sad, lonely rat man who lives downstairs.
The Drifter.
The Drifter.
Keep your enemies close, right? Watch him for us.
I was shocked to see Eris Morn again. She is not as she was.
She represents the best of us. Ghostless. And stronger than you and me both.
Oh, she doesn't have her
Perhaps we
ghost.
could get her a bigger gun. She would not have to carry that rock all the time. Speaking of guns, tell me more about these weapons you've crafted. I am not allowed to earn them. I have heard you made one for young Redrix. Redrix's Claymore?
Broadsword.
Whatever. There was a hand cannon.
They're so
as well.
specific.
You made one for Yosef. Luna's Howl.
Yes, Luna was his dog. She passed on the moon, fighting Hive.
Those bastards.
Aw.
I'm glad you killed their king.
Are these questions leading anywhere, Saint?
Yes.
He wants a weapon.
The long rifle you designed, the revoker, what's the story behind it? What does it do?
It shoots bullets, Saint. It's a gun.
All the good work.
I love this little bickering between the two.
Amazing. The tower is amazing.
He's just so excited just to be here.
To what our Guardian has accomplished.
I always told you she would return to save us.
Still wearing that spinfoil hat, I see. The Guardian saved you with Vex Tech. She is not a divine savior.
Wanna bet?
Oh, you never change.
And you still owe me Glimmer.
In my defense, you were dead. And I don't make much as Crucible handler.
You know, when I walk the streets of the city, the children demand I carry them. I do so, but I ask them to sing me a song. A song of their people.
No, I refuse.
Then you can pay me. A Titan is only as good as his word.
But I don't know any songs.
Make something up.
Oh, let me see. Eris hummed a few bars on the moon. How did it go? I'm on the moon. It's made of cheese.
Did the timer just extend?
It's not my song.
Because it was 44 seconds, and then it just went back to 200.
He urged me to get this message
I mean, it's worth
to
it.
as many true patriots as I can.
Temporal integration successful.
Oh man, that was good. That was really good. I wish we had. Well, we did have that in like Season of the Wish when they were talking to one another.
It now falls to you to collapse this budding reality. I'm detecting
How long is that? We have like almost
intrusions into the Vex network. These are my bypass signatures. They're using my sundial to access
a raid?
the forest.
Or is this like one of those arena thing
Integration
again?
attempts. Without its leader, does the Red Legion remain united under a
Like the
shared
wellspring
purpose?
power things, like
Or
one of
has
those
the
events.
deposed Emperor slipped his followers into their ranks? To seal shut the passage into the forest would breed far more harm than good. Relieve these cabal of their high aspirations. The infinite forest is preserved. For now. I wish to decide the fate of those endless passages myself. We have not yet reached the end of its usefulness. Steel yourself. Remember what is at stake. Everything, Guardian. Everything.
Lost Tech, the Sky Piercer.
That scion would have seen all of humanity enslaved under its banner. The Traveler as we know it would be nothing but a myth. Thank
Moment
you,
in
Guardian.
time.
Thank you for coming. We've gathered here today to celebrate the life of my mentor, my inspiration. Heroine of the Red War. The woman who avenged Cayde's sins. She had 100 times. I cannot recall.
Now I can barely hear what they're saying.
And she died doing what she does best, defending the last city of humanity. Ages ago, she saved my life, and then inspired me to save myself. I am glad that she did, because Traveler help us. She is gone. And there is no one to save us now. On the day we met, I decided I would follow her example. I'm still trying. I've marked this grave with one of her favorite weapons, shattered in that final confrontation. It used to be mine. All who find what we've left here, please leave it be.
Oh god. More ads. Come on. What? I just skipped an ad and it gave me another ad right away. What the hell is that?
Unless you're still out there somewhere, you've performed miracles before.
I can't even hear what the hell. He still can't hear. Understand what he's trying to say here.
In which case, take it and come back to us, and we'll kill what killed you, or die trying.
I am glad to see birds still nest in these old walls.
Looks like an exotic quest. A false refraction. Saint 14 reaches out and shakes your hand. It is good to see you, Guardian. I have a small problem. Saint produces a display signal locked onto a source light in the Tangle Shore. The signal is weak, but aligned perfectly with the frequency of Saint 14's light from the sundial and your newfound chromatic core. It cannot be me. I am here. Saint laughs nervously. Zavala tells me you have friends in the Tangle Shore. Saint crosses his arms. I do not think the Fallen would react so well to my presence. He chuckles, unfolds an arm and reveals a data pad and requests you go in his stead. Alright, so you just go here, kill some guy called Ransack. Oh, exotics.
Good health, friend.
Alright. I kind of want to skip it because it's an exotic quest and I feel like in the future I'll probably run into it. So I don't know. Unless... I mean, this is part of the Shadowkeep, so technically it's still out there somewhere, right? Because only like all the expansions before Shadowkeep are gone. So I would assume... Unless this was exclusive to the seasonal storyline.
No, your new weapon. Well, you seem to improve everything you touch, Guardian. All things made new, given purpose. This is a good lesson. In your absence, I walked the streets of the city, spoke to the people. I sat beneath the traveler and listened. Scars are still healing. I witnessed many new faces.
I mean, to be fair, we were recently invaded by Gauls, so which they say was 2 years ago, right?
As I walked, do you know what I saw? Smiles. I heard music. It is good to be reminded.
Pretty cool to see his perspective on the current
I will walk the streets again
Guardians
tomorrow.
or
Maybe I will
Guardian life compared to like the warlords, the Fire Iron Lords back then. What's that? Is that the vigilante guns?
By. Come, see, take the time.
A sense of duty. Saint 14 is impressed by your commitment to the last city. Once again, you have inspired me, he says warmly. As a guardian, we must serve the city in a way that are needed, not only in ways that suits us or bring us personal glory. It's every small act counts. It's so wild to compare Saint 14 to the Drifter and their sense of belonging or to the cause. He hands you a book. Now that I have returned, I'll provide new ways for you to serve the people, and together we'll keep this city safe.
Time to breathe.
The Legion's tampering has left this timeline fraught with inconsistencies.
Yeah, I think the sundial is like an arena thingy. I don't know what's it called. You know, like how in all the expansions they usually have this arena thing where people go to farm, light level and stuff. Kind of like Wellspring, and there was one in the Wrath of the Machine. I think there's an Oryx one too, where you plug in the little things.
And make this system their prison.
Oh, the Forsaken one has one too. Those are one that I hate doing. I hate spamming those. Like it's like tier 1, 2, 3 thing.
I reached out and chose a tiny gleam of light that ruptured and bled. It burned away each atom of my being as the light ran, scorching a trail into my skin. It was but one fate set in motion, one that I was certain could not be brought to finality. Each time I traced that line in my mind, attempted to follow its probability to its logical end, it faded. Each time.
Oh wow, is that the game music?
Until now. There are omens.
Sounds like my type of music.
My haste to pursue my own agendas. This experience has brought clarity, Guardian. You have my thanks.
These are Vessies. They also make these fantastic
Goddamn ads.
shoes. Not water resistant, or not water resistant coating.
Sagira asked me to thank you for cleaning up another of my messes. Obviously, I don't see it that way. All that happened with the sundial was necessary to achieve this outcome, including the return of Saint 14. What you've achieved here on Mercury, I'm only beginning to believe. The future I saw in the Infinite Forest when all this began, the subatomic annihilation of this reality, and perhaps you've prevented it. I pray
Kind of looking through him like, when does he get kidnapped?
because no hero or weapon
I'm assuming the
could
season of the
defeat
Lost?
that emptiness. Go. Run your strike missions. Your crucible training.
Or is it now? Because he has this. I
Live
don't
your
know. Is it
life.
sun bracer orange? Is why I keep saying it, and it's like, is that just non-energy because he's not a sun singer? Oh, there was a cutscene at the end. Cool. Is this set up for the next season? Nope.
It's been a while, old man. The tower looks at you and sees a god.
Oh, Rasputin.
But I see a thug, a murderer, betrayer. You know why I left the Infinite Forest, what I saw. A line has been drawn in this system. Light on one side, dark on the other. Where do you stand?
Okay, so this is clearly set up for something. That's another cutscene. Kinda looks like Star Wars, doesn't it? Well, so this was another season. Honestly, I think the season's pretty cool because, once again, what does it add to the main overall story? I guess we get Saint 14, this pillar light thing that does something. I don't remember. There's some dial, something. I feel like a lot of these are one-off. And at the end, it was like a setup for, I don't know, Guardians versus Rasputin. I guess this to be fair with the War Mind expansion, where he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this. And Zavala's like, what have we done? Well, Anna's like, I trust in Rasputin. He'll get us through. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a AI will have some limitation compared to humanity. Well, I guess we'll see. And that's why he's there. He's like, what side are you on? Maybe that's the setup, the season of the worthy, but I guess we'll find out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time in season 10. Bro, how many videos is it? All I have to do is just watch into season of the Seraph. Then we'll do the rest in after I finish Lightfall.